These eyelashes are going to drive me insane. Insane. So for today's video, I thought that I would sit down and share with you guys my minimalistic workspace. I'm going to be going through every single thing that I keep on my desk and how I do manage to keep it as minimalistic as I possibly can. I'll also be taking you through my filing cabinet and any drawers and books that I have on my desk to show how I like to keep everything nice and simple, nice and clean, and nice and tidy. If you do end up liking this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out so much. And in saying that, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, definitely make sure that you do that. I upload new videos 2 times every single week, and I would love for you guys to stick around. So if you'd like to see a little tour of my minimalistic workspace, then just keep on watching. So this is an overview of my minimalistic workspace. I'm so obsessed with it. It has taken me quite a while to trial and error a couple of different things to be able to find the decorative style that I like, I guess you could say. But in the end, I am so incredibly happy with the way that this whole area has turned out, and it's by far my favorite space in my whole entire house. So this space does mean a lot to me, and I have worked really hard to get it to what it is today. So let's just start with a quick overview. This is what it looks like if you pan across the room. Alright, so starting over on this side, I have this green little plant here that I got from Kmart. I got this plant when I was going through my fake plant stage. It was a stage where I felt like I needed plants everywhere, and I knew that I am not the best plant mum out there. As you can tell from my channel, I've definitely started to incorporate a lot more eco-living and sustainable practices into my everyday life. So now I don't buy plastic plants like this one, but I just love it so much, and I think it adds so much to this space, so I just never want to get rid of it. I love it too much. So yeah, that plastic plant is from Kmart, and if you scale down a little bit, the pot that it's in is also from Kmart, and then it's just also sitting on a couple of books down there. So these books literally just help it to like be a little bit taller, so it can be in the background of my videos to add that pop of green, that sense of life in the background of my videos. Ideally, I do want to get a different pot, one that is a little bit taller, so that I can display my books in a different way, but for the moment this is totally fine. So I have my Connor Franta book, I have the Fault in Our Stars, I have Zoe Suggs' very first Girl Online book, I have a vampire book called Frostbite, and then I have 2 of my favorite poetry books under that by my favorite author ever, R.H. Sin. Panning back up and going across, this is literally my favorite screenshot of my whole entire desk. So my standing lamp just here is from Kmart as well. A lot of this stuff is from Kmart. I spent 24 hours one day redoing this whole entire room, and I went a little bit crazy at Kmart. That lamp is just an industrial lamp. I think it only cost me like maybe $50 potentially, but I do really like it because, as you can see, when it does get super dark, it does give that like bright yellow effect. Okay, so moving along, I have my iMac. I have no idea about the specs of this. I got this probably at least 5 years ago now, and she's still going strong. She is a little bit slow, but we don't judge her for that. I really love this computer. I would always recommend Apple products for creative people. If you are looking into digital media, digital design, even music, like anything creative, I would just 110% recommend Apple products. I've never ever had an issue with them so far, touch wood, but yeah, I'm so obsessed. I love it so much. My desktop background is just a picture that I found on Google Images. It says success is a series of small wins, which I love because it just reminds you every single day to be proud of the little things that you do. Even taking that one step forward or doing one little tiny productive thing in your day is one step towards success. I really like it. It's simple, it's cute, and I think the pinky purple color of it, like the really light pink color, also contrasts with the green plant. So I don't know, all the colors work really well together. and I really like that. So moving across, I have my coffee there for this morning. On my chair right here, this chair is actually just a chair from my dining room table, and I put this fluffy white throw on it. This is also from Kmart, but you can get them from literally anywhere. I love it because it hides the wood of my chair, which doesn't really go with everything, as you can see. Can you see? I don't know. You can kind of see a little bit there. It's just like a wooden chair, and it doesn't really go with the vibe of everything as much as the fluffy white throw does. So I really like that. It also makes my chair a little bit more comfortable. I almost always have a candle lit. I just love the way that it looks. Then next to that, I have a Valentine's Day card that my partner got for me that I love, and I always just like to keep there to look at all the time. Then next to that, I just have another plant from Kmart. I just love the way that plants look. I like how it brings color. I like how it brings life, like all of the fun things that plants do. I'm just obsessed with it. I also really like the fact that its leaves kind of droop over and it hides my little pencil pot. Then moving across, I just have this little glass container box thing. It really has no purpose at all, but I thought that it would be really cool if I put some lights in there and you know, turn them on. You can't really tell at the moment because the lights are kind of running out of battery, but typically they are that warm yellow fairy light that kind of ties in with everything else. And then underneath that box, I just have my daily diary, my book where I write down every single thing from to-do lists, videos that I have to film, videos that I want to film, websites that I have to remember, passwords that I have to remember. Like, that book is my everything. So moving down, my actual desk is from Officeworks. I really wanted a white one, and I wanted it to be massive. I think that if I eventually end up moving somewhere else, I might try and look for a wooden one with black accents just to tie everything in together. The white does get super dirty and dusty, and I have to clean it a lot more than I would like to. But for now, I really like it. There is so much space, and that was the number one thing that I was looking for when I wanted a work from home desk. Like, you have so much space for everything. I have my computer area, I have the right hand side which I can put all my notes and my iPad and stuff like that. It's a lot harder for it to become cluttered and untidy. So I'm obsessed with this desk. I think it was a couple of $100s, so it was a bit expensive, but honestly I didn't have a budget at all when it came to buying my desk because it's the most important part, I feel. I also wanted to mention the fact that I have my desk in front of this massive window. This has been one of the best decisions that I've ever made. I used to have my desk over on the other side of my room up against a wall, and it was just not an inspiring space at all. I love having my desk in front of a window. It inspires me to be more creative, and it makes me feel like I'm kind of like somewhat working outside. I just wanted to quickly mention that because I think it's super important to have a window somewhere near where you're working, especially if you do work pretty much all the time from home. And then the last thing that I probably have to mention about my workspace is this little filing cabinet. So both of these drawers are pretty messy, so I'm not going to open them and show it to you guys. But the top one just holds all of my important files, so important bills, receipts. Like, I do like to keep a lot of my online purchases receipts, so I'll print them out and I'll put them in there. And then in the bottom filing cabinet, I don't really have too much in there. I normally just keep makeup in there that I need to try, or different products that companies send me and they want me to try. That's pretty much everything for my little workspace. I also have a little mirror over this side that I got from Target, I think. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much my whole entire workspace done. I really hope that you enjoyed a look into my minimalistic workspace. It definitely has a long way to go, and there's a couple of things that I definitely do want to eventually switch out and change. But for now, this space works so incredibly well for me, and I'm obsessed with it. I love starting off my day by just coming into my workspace, turning on my computer and getting started. I love the massive window, and I love every single thing about it. Whenever I come into this room, I feel productive, I feel motivated, and I always feel ready to smash out every single one of my goals and tasks that I set for the day, which is exactly what you want. So again, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel right down below if you haven't already. And other than that, I will see you all very soon.